the XXL magazine freshman drop came. How did we do this year in terms of picks, or how did you do? Because I don't really pick them.
That's good. Yeah, so this year, 2020, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of 12 picks correct. Interesting that they picked 12 people this year. They haven't done that in several years. That we were only planning for 10. Those 6 we got correct were the really obvious ones: Jack Harlow, Little TJ, NLE Choppa, who we'll be talking about later today, Polo G, of course, Fabio Ford, and Rod Wave. And we gave the reasonings for why they all made sense in the video. So go check that out. The predictions if you want. Nothing really too surprising with those. I will say that Lil Tecca not being here screams of him not really putting his name out there, not really caring, because he was also one of my other locks. He is not here. Fabio Four notably was the Brooklyn drill artist I thought they would pick. They had many to pick from. They're probably only going to pick one, and they picked Fabio. That's cool. And that leaves a few of the other ones we didn't pick. So one of the picks I thought was really safe was Don Tolliver, who is the Travis Scott clone, signed to Cactus Jack, made noise with Jack Boys, released that album earlier this year, had some hits. I'm not a huge fan of him. I don't think he's that special. And they didn't actually pick him, which surprised me. But they picked Little Keed instead. And Little Keed is the Young Thug clone, signed to Young Thug. So it's like the same thing. That made me laugh. They also picked Baby Keem. His song from last year, Orange Soda, is hilarious. So he was someone I thought was definitely in the mix, as was 24K Golden, who also made it. And then 2 women made it this year, Mulatto and Chica. Mulatto I'm familiar with. Chica I am not. I was thinking of Danny Lay making it, and more recently I was thinking of Flo Milli. I'm not really sure when exactly they made these choices, but either way, it's obviously good to see more women being represented because there's so many good ones to choose. And that only leaves one pick I have real beef with, which is Cowboy, who I did mention in our predictions video, just because I thought it was kind of an underwhelming choice. And, they had those scam rappers like Guap Dad 4000 and TJX6. It's more, or even Duke Deuce from Memphis. There's just more interesting people they could have picked. And I did see Guap Dad trending yesterday along with Don Tolliver, as people are like, where is this guy? So overall, they did a pretty good job like they have the past few years, because there's a lot of good choices, and it is hard to narrow it down. So I'm still quite satisfied with what was picked, and looking forward to the freestyles, however we get those on Zoom or whatever.
How do you feel about the cover, even though it wasn't in person? Feel like they did the best they could?
Yeah, I guess it's just hella Photoshop, right? But looks fine.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow showing off a lot of leg. Interesting choice here, but they did what they had to do, I guess.
It has an almost like warped tour vibe to it a bit.
Yeah, definitely like a poster. Feels like a poster vibe. Yep,
for sure. Well, Dave, again, well done on the picks. I'd say that even if you only got 6 of the 12 right, you still mentioned pretty much everybody else except for one. So, or even I think the one that you had beef with, you mentioned. So you have your finger on the pulse as always, and that's why people tune into this show, to keep their finger on the pulse